to New York tomorrow.
What?
Shooting? Tomorrow? No?
No.
You sure?
It would be me, so it would no. I don't know who's shooting in New York. What did you do?
I heard on one of the many Glee forum blogs that you guys were starting shooting tomorrow in New York.
No. We start production 2 weeks. A week from Tuesday.
In New York?
In Los Angeles. On our set.
Now, how much of it is going to be shot in New York?
We're talking about it. I mean, obviously Rachel's life is going to be in New York, and so we're building these sets which are really beautiful of Nyada, that school. And so the thought is maybe to do something like they did, with ER, where, they would go. They'd have 4 episodes worth of material. They'd go for a couple of days. They'd shoot all that stuff and then they'd plug it in. And that's sort of a, financial system that can work. And so we're talking about trying to do that. That would be the ideal. And just get a couple of studios out there and get the idea. I mean, right now we have those things written into the script, but we don't know if it's going to work.
Has Kate come in or Sarah Jessica come in?
She comes in for fitting next week, I believe, Kate. Sarah Jessica doesn't start until a couple episodes later. So Kate will be in, but she's certainly very heavy in the first couple episodes. She's really good. The character's really fun. And I think she's really excited. And so she'll be, I think she's in for fitting next week.
When you when you came towards the end of season 3, and it was dawning on you, okay, these kids are graduating. When was that moment that you decided what you were going to do for season 4? I mean, we don't really know what you're going to do for season 4 yet, but when did you know what you were going to do?
In terms of which part?
Of splitting. Corey mentioned something about splitting time in episodes between New York and sending them out into the world.
I think we kind of always knew that we never wanted to not be with these characters. I mean, the show is Glee, obviously, and so Glee is the big part of it. It's them singing and dancing and performing and stories, but it's also these characters that everyone's falling on, and so you're not going to want to get rid of it. And also, Glee has always been about first. That's what a great high school show is about. And so now we have these new first films. We have what's it like to be a first week of college, and you were a huge star where you came from, and now you're in New York and you're not in Miami. A lot of people here are just as passionate as you, maybe even as talented. And so what's that like? What's your first room? What's your first, week? What's the first week of school in high school starting when you didn't get into college? For someone like her, what's that like? What's that experience? And so we really want to explore this new set of first for all these characters and see sort of what it takes them and see how they're challenged by it. And it's hard. It's going to be hard for them, as it should be. In the same way it was hard when we first met them when they were sophomores in high school. Now when you're a freshman in college or in that age, it's a different challenge.
What's McKinley going to be like?
It's going to be similar in that we have the choir room, we have Will teaching the choir, we have Sue there. It's a lot of the same faces, and most of the juniors will be back. The regular. Cord will be in there, and Heather and John and Kevin. And we'll repopulate that choir room a little bit. The idea is not to go, in season 1 we went from 6 people to 12 people or 10 people really fast, because we were like, okay, we've got to build up the choir room. And this year I think it's the idea not to jump so fast that we're really trying to we have a lot of characters, tough stories, and we keep it more intimate, and keep it more, a little smaller in there for a little while, which has also been fun for us. It's been weirder, when you write the choir rooms and you're sort of looking for someone to say something, and you realize there's only a few people on the talk. It's a little bit of a different experience, but it's also been really invigorating for us creatively to sort of have the opportunity to go out and to have the story start with Rachel in New York instead of starting with choir.
Who do you see more as, or who will we see more as like a leader like Rachel and Finn were? I know probably Jenna, because it was sort of touched upon in the last few episodes, but which guy do you think is going to step up?
I think that's in very much what the first episode is about. Is now you have these characters that have, for a long time, been saying, it should be me, it should be me, it should be me, and then suddenly there's a slot to fill, and it's like, well, okay, who's it going to be? And there's, it's a challenge to see who can really step into that spot, and the competition that rises from it, and it's a big part of it. Who is that? new family. Who would have predicted?
Is that one of the reasons why Kirk didn't get into Miata? So he could still be a major part of what was going on
You
in
know,
Finley?
Kurt didn't get into Tennessee like my third bottle of water.
Good for you.
You got long left.
I just feel bad about the last one. No, I mean, Kurt didn't get into Miata because that's what happened.
He took it so well, though. The people I was talking to about the show, when they went to the train station to say goodbye to Rachel, we were all kind of expecting Kurt to take it a little bit harder than he did. Are we going to see some of that fallout?
I think that with that train station, he knew what Rachel, his best friend, was going through, and he knew it wasn't about him. And so there was no reason to make it about him. I think that for him, you know, I was telling at the table that for me that there's love and there's dreams as you see them in high school, and it's very specific. And the love that you see in high school is the love that Finn and Rachel have, where the girl gets the guy, and you love each other, you get married, and it's great. And then there's adult love, which is what it looks like on that last episode when Finn says, "We shouldn't be together." Grow up. And with dreams, the same thing. With a dream as a kid, we think, I'm going to get into Miata, and it's going to be great, and we're going to go together. And then this adult dream is just like, you know what? No, something doesn't happen. And you have to find some new way to have your dream, a new way to live your dream. And so for Kurt, she had to face what adult love was, and he's had to face what adult dreams are. And so he's going to have to refine a dream and rebuild that idea of what it's going to be for himself. And if anybody can do it, it's Kurt. He's probably the strongest character on the show in terms of his resilience.
Thank you.